Choose to close your eyes. You might choose to keep your eyes open. Just dropping into your breath. So as we do this, really, as I've said many times, it's a powerful gesture just to take your seat. And to take your seat and just make this clearing, this space in your life to practice. So as you're contacting your breath, if possible, breathing through the nose and breathing with sound. Breathing with sound, so there's a noticing of the sound, but also the sensation and the movement of that breath. And just as you breathe and notice these qualities of the breath, really it's a gesture of noticing and abiding in the present moment. What does it feel like to be awake right now? And that could be a very subtle awareness, that could be a very spacious awareness. Just connecting. So the practice of yoga is really, as I said in the email, a practice of wakefulness and also connection. So you might feel or sense where your body is contacting the earth and just start there. Really sink into that, those points of contact to that connection. Just being deeply rooted. So as we move and breathe together, just sensing in your own way again and again what it feels like to be awake in the present moment, what it feels like to be connected in the present moment, to your experience, to one another, to the earth. So let's take the arms and reach them up and overhead as you inhale. And then bring the hands behind your back as you exhale. Interlace your fingers and take a big breath in. Just broaden the chest, inhaling. And then bend your elbows and bring your hands around to your right side of your waist. So your clasped hands are next to your right waist. Soften your shoulders. And then tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. And breathe, sinking into the connection of your seat into the ground. Coming back to the breath, the wakeful quality of the breath. And taking another breath or two, just full breath in, full breath out. Opening the left side of the neck. And then inhale, lift your head back to center. Exhale, just release your arms, maybe hands on the knees or thighs, and just take a breath. Inhale, exhale, pause. Let's take an inhale, raise the arms overhead again. Big breath in, reaching up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Take another breath, just broaden the chest. Inhale, root the sitting bones down. And then let hands come over to the left side of the waist. So the elbows bend, hands come to the left side of the waist. Soften the shoulders first. Draw the elbows toward one another gently. And then exhale, tip the left ear towards the left shoulder. And you can explore movement of your head here or just changing the position, exploring that as you breathe. Breathing wakefulness, breathing connection. Whether it's subtle or expansive or both. Take another full breath, exhaling. And then let's inhale, lift the head. Exhale, pause. And then release the arms and reach overhead again, inhaling. This time, exhale, bow forward, just a simple bow, bringing your hands to the floor, maybe touching your forehead to the floor. Just see where you end up. Really, this bowing gesture, just a really respectful, reverent gesture for the power of wakefulness, the power of connection. Really channeling that power as you breathe. Take another full exhale. And then let's rise and lift the arms overhead. Inhale. Arms to your sides, exhaling. Good, we'll rise off of our bottom and come down onto the ground. So lying down with your legs outstretched, as we often do. Lying down with the legs outstretched, hugging the legs in, interlacing the fingers, reaching the arms away from the legs. So hugging legs, grounding inner thighs, drawing in below navel, and reaching through the arms. Take a lengthening, refreshing breath, inhaling, and then hug that right knee into the chest, exhaling. And again, this is familiar, we do this a lot. The left leg is lengthening as the right knee sinks to the right armpit. Drawing in below the navel, softening the head and shoulders, really connecting to the earth here, to the breath. Take another full exhale. And then we're gonna reach that right leg up to the ceiling. And I'm gonna rest my arms along sides, point the right toes. We're gonna circle the right leg, and the circle could be any size, just exploring space with that right leg circling. We're gonna do both directions, so just pick one to start. Circling that right leg around. Really, if possible, pain-free range of motion. Let's take one more circle, whichever direction you started, and then switch directions. So circling the other way and breathing, grounding, drawing in below navel, grounding with the left leg for support. Good, let's take one more circle, the second direction, and then clasp hands onto the leg. Take an inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, bowing head to knee, draw the navel down, curling it. Inhale, rest the head down. Exhale, release the right leg out to meet the left leg. Let's interlace the fingers, hug the legs in, lengthen from the soles of the feet to the palms of the hands, draw in below navel, just feel that energy of the midline. And then exhale, hug the left knee in. So left knee coming in, and just feel into it with the breath. So that lengthening of the right leg, sinking of the left knee down, drawing in below the navel deeply. Softening head and shoulders into the earth. Take another full exhale here. And then let's reach that left leg up to the ceiling. So again, I'm gonna have my arms at my sides. That might feel good for you. Maybe you want them overhead. But let's just ground with the right leg, draw in below navel, and then circling the left leg. Pain-free range of motion. Circles can be any size, just drawing circles like with your toes on the ceiling. Keep breathing and circling, just exploring that space from the deeply rooted quality of your midline, starting to explore and get spacious, get a little bit more free. Maybe switching directions, right? So sensing how wakefulness, how connection supports freedom. Right? Circling the other direction a few more times. Exploring space with the left leg, maybe one more circle, come back to center. Clasp your hands onto your leg, take a lengthening inhale. Exhale, bowing head to knee, knitting navel to spine, curling it. Inhale, rest the head down. Exhale, release the left leg out. Let's interlace the fingers, reach the arms away from the legs, hugging in. And then exhale, bring both knees in and just give yourself a hug, right? Just give yourself a hug, knees towards armpits or towards chest, maybe a little bit of rocking. Take a full exhale all the way up. And let's place the soles of the feet on the floor. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. This is just a hip stretch. You can choose to stay right there. You can lift your left foot. You could even straighten your left leg and clasp your hands behind it. Taking some breath, inhaling and exhaling, softening into the connection of your body to the earth. Take another full breath, exhaling all the way down. And then let's place the left foot down, place the right foot down, and switch sides. So left ankle on right thigh. Pause, maybe you hug the legs in, maybe you even straighten the right leg, and breathing. What does it feel like to be awake in this moment, to connect with the present moment? Take another full cycle of breath, exhaling, drawing down below navel deeply. Then let's place the right foot down, place the left foot down. Bridge pose, I'm gonna have my arms alongside my body. You might prefer to have them reaching overhead. Choose a position that feels useful to you right now. And then feet comfortably close to the sitting bones. Inhale, lift the hips up. Lifting the hips up, broadening the chest here. Really chest lifting to chin as the pits of the knees move away from your hips. Keep breathing here. Full deep breath. Can you find that lift below navel? Give a little more space to the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, rise right back up. Option to lift the right leg. So option to ground into the left leg strongly and lift the right leg. Move the pit of the left knee forward as you reach the right foot up. Soften the head and shoulders down. Take another inhale. And then foot down and hips down. Exhaling. Good. Right away, one more time, other side. Inhale, rise. Lift the hips into Setu Bandhasana. Option to lift the left leg. So again, right heel would be grounding. Left leg would be lifting and moving the pit of the right knee forward as you reach the left leg up. Breathing here. Right, really awake, connected, but not rigid or hardened in any way. Receptive and spacious. One more breath in. And then foot down and hips down. Exhaling. Good. Let's just take the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Drop the knees together for just a moment. 3 full deep breaths. If you'd like to place a hand on the heart or a hand on the belly, you might do that. Noticing sound, sensation, movement, really a gesture of wakefulness and connection. Does it feel like right now? Good. So again, we're going to stretch the legs out onto the floor in front of us. And then reach the right leg up to the ceiling. You can keep the left leg on the ground or hover it. Arms reach away from the legs, palms touching. Take an inhale, lengthen the legs. Exhale, lift and reach to the outside of the right leg with your arms. Inhale, squeeze the left leg up to meet the right leg. Lie down, arms reach overhead. And then exhale, lift and reach to the left as the right leg hovers. We're going to continue like that. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. Lift up. Exhale, curl to the right, hovering or grounding the left leg, I should say. Inhale, lie down, squeeze the legs together. Exhale, lift and reach to the left, either a grounded right leg or hovering. Inhale, lie down, squeeze the legs together. Keep going. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down, arms reach overhead. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. Good. Again, inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down, arms reach overhead. Exhale, lift and reach the left. We're going to do this one more time on each side, and it's going to be slow. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Stay there. Take an inhale, lengthening the legs. Exhale, deepening. Good. Inhale, lie down again. Arms reach and legs lift. Last time to the left. Exhale, curling. Lengthen the legs. Stay there. Inhale, pull deeper. Exhale. Good. Inhale, lie down. Squeeze the legs together. And exhale, place the soles of the feet on the floor, as wide as the yoga mat. Touch the knees together and pause. Just a breath. Maybe if a hand on the heart or belly feels nourishing, do that. One more exhale. Let's turn the feet away from each other, feet as wide as the yoga mat. Right hand on belly, tip the knees to the right, and lengthen that left arm overhead for this open twist, lengthening the pit of the knee, the armpit, the fingertips, opening left side, and then breathing the intention of wakefulness and connection. What does it feel like right now to be awake, to be connected, to abide in this moment? Take another full exhalation. And then inhale, rise back to center, switch the hands, switch the knees. So just having that open twist, knees tipping to the left this time, lengthening that right side, opening up that space, full breath in and out. Let it be a little sweeter. So wakefulness and connection, there's always this element of surrendering, of receptivity. Take another exhale here. And then inhale, rise back to center, and exhale, pause. So we're going to come up onto our hands and knees with the next few breaths, maybe hugging knees in, rocking back, and rising onto your hands and knees into tabletop. So when you get there, you might let's take about 5 full deep breaths as we've been doing. Could be moving like cat, cow, could be moving hips in a circle or side to side, whatever feels useful right now. So inhaling, exhaling, 1, 2, just about 5 breaths here, so 3 more, 3, 4, 1 more exhale all the way, here is 5. And then finding some stillness in the center. Finding some stillness. Good. Let's take the right leg, stretch it back. Tuck the toes under like half plank position. And then reach the left arm forward. Reach the left arm forward. Find a connection to midline. You might choose to lift your right toes and hover. You might choose to bend your right knee and reach back with your left hand and connect. If you connect the hand and foot, can you open up the space between the pit of the knee and the armpit chest, broadening? Take another full breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stretch long front to back. And then exhale, place the hand down, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bow the head to the knee. Inhale, reach back again. And hands and knees as you exhale. Same thing, other side. Start with just a half plank, left leg back, tuck the toes, pause and feel, right? Connect to midline, connect to earth, and get some space to expand. Maybe you reach the right arm forward. Maybe you lift and hover the left toes. Reach long, front to back. Take another full inhale. And then bend, if you choose, bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand, maybe connect. Armpit, chest, and pit of the knee move away from each other. So expanding a little bit here. Can you make it a little sweeter, a little more receptive without losing that midline connection? Take another exhale. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Right arm and left leg away from each other. Exhale, right hand down, pulling the left knee to the nose, curling in, bowing the head to the knee. Inhale, reaching back. And then exhale, hands and knees, tabletop. Good, let's take a breath, bring the knees wide, the big toes together, and child's pose, just for a couple of breaths. Again, really a deep bow to our capacity for wakefulness, for connection. Really the power of wakefulness, the power of connection. moment to moment. Let's rise back onto hands and knees. High plank, please. Step the feet back into high plank and find your breath, right? Grounding into the hands, hugging the upper arms, lifting the inner thighs. Can there be some length from the hip creases to the armpits, from the fingers to the toes? Take another full breath here, exhaling. One more inhale, and then lower all the way down to your belly, exhale. Interlace the fingers, hug the legs in, lift the chest, lift the legs, inhaling. So just lifting and hovering, reaching the arms back, breathing here. Some refreshing breaths. Inhale, exhale, lower all the way down and rest. A full exhale. Good, let's do this again. Rise to high plank, inhale. And then you can add in some challenge here. Right leg lifts, toes hover. Maybe left arm reaches. Can you find your midline and then lengthen? Take another inhale. Exhale, hand and foot down, lower all the way down. Interlace fingers, lift the chest, lift the legs, reaching back, breathing here. Shalabhasana, so feeling the inner thighs lifting, the hamstrings pressing up the chest, broadening. One more breath, inhaling. Exhale, lower all the way down and pause. Sensing the subtlety of wakefulness and connection. Sensing the expansiveness of wakefulness and connection. One more exhale. One more time, same thing, rise into high plank. Could just be high plank, or you can add that one leg, left leg lift and hover. Maybe right leg or right arm reaches as well. Reaching front to back wherever you are. One more inhale. And then hand and foot down, lower all the way down. Exhale. One last time, interlace the fingers, hovering, lifting up, inhaling. Breathing here. Pressing, lifting through the hamstrings, through the inner thighs. Take another full breath. And then exhale, lower down. Just rest. Inhale and exhale here. From here, we can rise. Take an inhale to rise. And then exhale. Maybe it's child's pose, maybe it's dog pose, maybe a little bit of both. Right? So wakefulness and connection can arise really no matter what the modification, the position you choose. It's just a practice of exploring aliveness. See if you can really bow your head, whatever position you find yourself in right now, just bow your head and lengthen your spine, broaden your back a little bit. Full deep breathing with sound. Noticing the sound, the sensation, the movement, really the aliveness of the breath. Let's take one more full exhale. If you're in child's pose, come briefly through downward dog. We're going to walk the feet to the hands and lengthen, inhale. Bow all the way down, exhaling. Rise up, lift the arms all the way up, inhaling. And then arms to your sides, exhaling. All right, let's inhale, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, bow all the way down. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, step to chaturanga or plank. Inhale, lift into up dog. Exhale, roll back into down dog. Inhale, bring your shins forward, your bottom down. Lift your legs up into Navasana, boat pose. And breathe here, hugging the legs in, drawing in below navel, broadening the collarbones. Take another full breath, inhale. Exhale, fold your legs, palms to the floor, roll forward, step or jump. Maybe you just move to downward dog or chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog, all the way back. Exhale. Stay for a few breaths. Heavy head, light lifted belly. So in downward dog, really you can start to feel or sense that deeply rooted quality, that wide open, spacious quality. Take another full exhale. Feet to the hands, hugging the legs in, lengthening, looking up, inhale. Exhale, bow forward all the way. Inhale, hugging the legs in, rising up, reach the arms up, breathing in. Let's fold right back down as we exhale, bow forward again. Hugging and lengthening, looking up, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Same thing. Lift up, inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll back, down dog. Right away, shins forward, bottom down, legs up, inhale, navasana. Exhale, stay here. So option to stay here, or as you exhale, roll back and hover and get low. Take an inhale, reach the arms away from the legs. Exhale, pull together, fold the legs, everybody. Roll forward, step to high plank or downward dog or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, all the way up and back. Full deep breathing. Breathing through the nose, breathing with sound. What does wakefulness feel like in this moment? What does connection feel like in this moment? Your hands, your feet on the floor. Connection to your own experience, to the fellowship of others here practicing. Take another full breath all the way out. And then feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up, full breath in. Exhale, deep bow all the way down over the legs. Inhale, rise, reach and look up, breathing in. One more time, fold right back down, exhaling. Hugging and lengthening, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll back. One more time. Inhale, navasana, jump through, lift up. Exhale, stay here. So we're going to add some movement from this position. Inhale. Exhale, pull the right elbow back, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull to the left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull to the left. Inhale, back to center. You can stay here or exhale, get low. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull together, fold the legs. Inhale, roll forward, step back, maybe downward dog, maybe chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog, all the way up and back. Full, deep, spacious breath. Just noticing how aliveness is moving through you right now. Take another full breath, exhaling. Bring the feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up, inhaling. Deep bow all the way down, exhaling. Enjoy that breath out. Hug the legs in, root the feet down, rise up, inhaling. This time, just bring your arms to your sides, exhaling. Good, let's move into some variations of Sun Salutation B. We'll start with Utkatasana, knees bend, arms lift, inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down over the legs. Each breath a complete gesture. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, you can step to downward dog or chaturanga or plank. Keep breathing, maybe inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From downward facing dog, right leg presses up and back. Press with the hamstring up to the sky as you reach through the arms. Exhale, pull the right foot forward, touch the left knee down. Squeeze the legs in, rise into a low lunge as you inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down. You have the option, just step to downward dog or vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Just keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Same thing, other side. Left leg presses, reaches, lifts up. Inhale. Exhale, pull the left foot forward, touch the right knee down. Squeeze the legs in, rise into a low lunge. Inhaling. And then exhale, bring the hands down. You can step back to chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in dog pose, just finding that breath. Let's take another full exhale all the way out. Feet to the hands, lengthen and look up. Inhale. Exhale, bow all the way down. Deep bend in the knees, sweep the arms overhead. Inhale, hug the legs together. Exhale, back into standing. We're going to keep building on that. Inhale, bend the knees and reach overhead, Utkatasana. Exhale, bow all the way. Hugging in, lengthening, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, could be plank or chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll back, downward dog. Inhale, right foot, press, reach, lift it up. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, touch the left knee down. Sweep the arms overhead, inhale. So we're gonna add a twist pulse here. So exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Ground with the legs, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, turn to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Again, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, turn to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Find the legs, rise through the armpits, reach through the fingertips. One more exhale. And then inhale, arms lift, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down, maybe downward dog or chaturanga, your choice. Inhale and exhale. Left leg up and back, full deep breath, reaching, pressing, lifting. Exhale, bring the left foot forward, touch the right knee down. Squeeze the legs in, lift the arms overhead, inhaling. And then same thing again, left arm back, right arm forward, exhale. Squeeze the legs, lift the arms, inhaling. Exhale, turn to the left. Again, inhale. Last time, exhale, we'll stay here. Take an expansive breath. Reach through the arms, rise through the collarbones, soften a little. One more exhale here. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, hands down, maybe downward dog or chaturanga, up dog and down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Breathing in downward facing dog or child's pose. Again, just contacting the present moment, right, with wakefulness. Just abiding with it, naturally connected to it, integrated with it. Take another full exhale. Feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up, inhale. Exhale, deep bow all the way down over the legs. And then bend the knees, lift the arms, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale into standing, arms down, legs straight. One more cycle, a little different. Bend the knees, lift the arms, inhaling, Utkatasana. Exhale, deep bow all the way down over the legs. Inhale, hugging and lengthening, looking up. Exhale, could be chaturanga or plank. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg up, inhale, press and reach. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, touch the left knee down. Inhale, rise into that low lunge, sweep the arms overhead. This time a prayer twist, palms in, Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Ground the right heel, draw in below the navel. So there's this subtle quality of wakefulness, of connection. And then expand a little bit, maybe lean back, soften. One more exhale. We're going to release the twist with an inhale, reaching up, and then side plank as we exhale. So left hand to the floor, or maybe your forearm. Step your right foot back, opening into side plank on the left side. Find some breath, any variation of side plank that you enjoy here. Full deep breathing. Just what does it feel like to be awake, to be connected in this moment? One more breath. And then maybe chaturanga up dog, maybe just downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. One more time, other side, left leg up, inhale, big press, reach with the left leg. Exhale, bring the left foot forward, touch the right knee down. Squeeze the legs in, rise and lift the arms, inhaling. And then bring the palms in for that prayer twist, exhaling. So right elbow to the outside. Grounding the legs, broadening the chest, drawing in below the navel. Keep breathing. Take another full exhale. Use your legs as you release the twist. Inhale, lift the arms. And then side plank on the right side, exhale. So right hand down, step the left foot, or maybe it's right forearm down, step the left foot back. Any version of side plank that feels nourishing to you right now, useful to you right now. Make that connection. Express wakefulness in this moment. Take another full breath, inhaling. And then you could just move into downward dog. You could exhale to chaturanga, and then inhale up dog, and then exhale down dog. Full deep breath. Maybe it's child's pose. Let's take another long, slow exhalation. Really find that deep hollowing of the belly, that bowing of the head, getting empty and away. Right? No resistance to the present moment, just wakefulness and connection. Let's bring feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up. Exhale, deep bow all the way. Utkatasana, we're gonna hold Utkatasana. So bend the knees any amount. Reach the arms overhead, inhaling. Maybe you enjoy hands behind the head here. Maybe you enjoy arms lifted. Maybe you like to have your palms in front of your chest together. You decide. Stay here and breathe. Just feeling your feet and legs really deeply rooting you here. Finding the center of your body as you deepen the hip creases, drop the buttocks flesh, draw in below the navel. Feel some expansiveness to the collarbones, lifting through the crown of the head. One more inhale. And then exhale, just fold over your legs. We're going to stay in a standing forward bend for a moment. I'm going to move my feet a little bit apart, so about hip distance apart, and grab the opposite elbows. You decide. I like to have my knees a little bit bent for this one, really just draping the torso over the thighs. Another full exhale. See if you can let the head be all the way heavy. Good, let's take one more breath. Pressing into the feet, let's start to rise. So you might choose to roll up one vertebrae at a time. You might choose to sweep and rise all the way up. And then just bring your arms down. I like to have my feet together for samastiti. Let's take a steady gaze with the eyes, right? Take a steady gaze with the eyes. Feel into the breath, breathing with sound through the nose. We'll bring the left hand to the left hip. And then bend the right knee and just pull the right heel towards the right sitting bone. Maybe you can grab your foot, either big toe or pinky toe edge of the foot. Just right here, drop the pit of the right knee as you lift the armpit chest. So there's a lengthening there to the body. from the inside. And then if you wish, you could reach your left arm up, inhaling, and then reach forward and lift the right shin up and back, exhaling. So there's a little bit of a leaning forward as you reach and pull up with the right leg, opening here. Full deep breath. What does wakefulness feel like in this moment? Good. Let's take another full exhale here. And then inhale, bring the left hand to the left hip, lift the right knee up in front of you. Exhale, right hand to the right knee. So you might catch the big toe with the peace fingers, right big toe. Okay, I think hopefully you can hear me. We're going to do the other side, same thing. So we'll start with Natarajasana on the left side. So let's come into Tadasana. Take a steady gaze with your eyes. Right hand on right hip. Just bend your left knee and reach back and connect. So you're standing on right leg, bending left knee, connecting with left hand. You might choose from here to inhale, reach your right arm up, and then exhale, reach forward as you pull the left shin up and back. Find your breath here, starting here. Full breath in and out, steady gaze with the eyes. Let's take one more exhale. And then right hand to right hip, lift the left knee in front of you, touch the left hand to the left knee. So we start here for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Maybe you grab the big toes and stretch the leg forward. Standing up tall on the right leg, broad chest, breathing here. Good, keep breathing. In a moment, take a breath and exhale, release the left hand to the left hip. Stand tall, one more breath, inhale, left leg is lifted, and then bring the foot down and the arms down, exhaling. Let's step wide on our yoga mat. Inhale, arms outstretched. And just a wide standing forward bend as you exhale. Touch the fingertips down. Hugging the legs in, lengthening, looking up, inhale. So it's just a wide forward fold. Exhale, bow all the way. I really like to use this pose to feel subtlety. So pressing into the feet and hugging the legs together a little bit. But at the same time, keep the hips lifting high. The hip crease is deep and long. Buttocks flesh heavy, belly light. Bowing the head. Keep breathing here. One more full deep exhale. Let's just come halfway up. So feel the legs hug together and ground down as you inhale and lengthen. Exhale, stay right there. Let's climb hands to the hips, rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, pause. So we're going to turn both of our feet to the right, arms outstretched. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee for warrior two. And if you need to adjust your stance, do that. Grounding into both feet, rising through the armpits, reaching through the fingertips. Let's come in and out of this a few times. So as you inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms, maybe palms touch, gaze up. And then exhale, bend the right knee, sink and reach with the arms. Again, inhale, straighten, lift and reach. Exhale, sink into it, bending, reaching the arms wide. One more time, inhaling, straighten the leg, reaching up. Exhaling, bending right knee, coming back into warrior two. Broad chest, reach through the arms here. Take an inhale, expanding. Exhale, just bring palms into the center chest. And then palms together, outstretch the arms, inhaling. And then start to turn to the right. So left arm comes to the outside of the right thigh, moving into a prayer twist of any depth here if you can. Reach into your left leg, draw in below the navel, broaden the collarbones here. Take another full exhale into the feet, lifting the belly. Inhale, release, rise, turn to the side, arms outstretched. So neutralizing. And then exhale, turn the feet to the left. Inhale here, really nice and open, spacious. Exhale, bend that left knee, warrior two, other side. So even here, you might imagine, even though your legs are wide apart and in a way reaching apart, a hugging of the legs together, drawing in below navel, reaching through the arms. Inhale, straighten the left leg, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the left knee, reach the arms wide. Again, inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and reach. One more time, inhale. Exhale, bend and reach. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, palms in. Palms together, arms outstretched, inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. So right arm slides down the left thigh. Breathing into a prayer twist. Any amount of twist. Reach into the right foot, draw in below the knee. Take a steady gaze with your eyes. What does it feel like to be awake, to be connected, deeply rooted in this moment? One more exhale. Inhale, release, turning to the side, arms outstretched, feet wide. And then step back to the top of your mat. Exhaling, feet together, arms down. Good, let's take an inhale, hug the legs in, lift the arms up, look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs, all the way. Inhale, hugging and lengthening, looking up. Exhale, step to chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll the chest, the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the right leg, press, lift, and reach it up. Press, lift, and reach it up. Squeeze the heel to the sitting bone, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Take a breath here. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. You might prefer to do this in a different orientation, like lying down. Otherwise, inhale, stretch the right leg up and back. And exhale, pull the right shin forward towards the hands. Drop the left knee down. Stretch the left leg back. Okay, so you can come up onto your fingertips if you're in this position. A little bit squeezing the legs in to draw in below the navel and lift the chest. Inhale and exhale, fold forward if you wish. There are lots of variations of this pose. Just explore it. Pick one that feels useful right now. Maybe you want to include that bending of the left knee in, you can, or the left foot in, you could do that as well. Come back to the breath, to wakefulness. Come back to connection. Just feeling into these qualities as you breathe, just inhaling and exhaling. One more full breath all the way up. And then let's release. If you've got that left foot, release it. Tuck the left toes, press into the hands, lift up and stretch the right leg up and back. So we're going to include a back bend here, which is optional. You can stay here and bend your knee, roll your hip open. Or you can touch your right foot to the ground, spin your left toes back, and lift your right arm up and breathe in a back bend. Full deep breathing here. One more full inhale. Good, exhale one more time, and then come all the way back and around. Reach that right leg up, inhaling, and back to downward facing dog, exhaling. Awesome, let's do the same thing other side. Left leg up, inhale. Pull the heel to the sitting bone, roll the hips open, exhale. Take a couple of breaths here, right? So there's a kind of a synergy of grounding and expanding, of abiding here. Take another breath, lifting the leg, inhaling. For pigeon pose, exhaling. Pull the left shin forward. Stretch the right leg back. Come up to the fingertips, broad chest for a breath. Feel into it. Start to explore a variation of pigeon that feels useful to you right now. Maybe you just fold over your legs. Maybe you hug the right knee in and reach back with the right hand. Keep breathing, right? Sense the subtlety, the expansiveness of the present moment. Just abiding with wakefulness and sensing your own belonging in the present moment, that kind of connection. Take another full breath, exhaling wherever you are. And then from wherever you are in pigeon, start to come back to bringing your hands to the floor, tucking your right toes, lifting that left shin, left leg all the way up and back. Optional back bend, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Maybe that's it. Maybe you touch your left foot to the floor, lift your left arm and reach overhead. Breathing here. Take another full breath. Inhale. Another full breath. Exhale. Good. Come all the way back and around. Inhale, reaching up. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. Just a couple of breaths either in downward dog or child's pose. Reconnecting. Awakening. Let's inhale, roll out over the hands. Exhale, lower to the belly. A couple of different belly down back bends here. So reach your arms back along your sides, palms turned up. Right? And then we're going to keep the backs of the hands on the ground. Hug the legs together, lift the chest, lift the legs. So the backs of the hands are down, the palms are turned up, but the legs and the chest are lifting. Come back to your breath. Can you breathe here? Breathing through the nose, breathing with sound. Take another exhale. Keep the legs and the chest lifted. Switch the hands to chaturanga position, palms on the floor next to your ribs, lengthening front to back as you inhale. Stay there, exhale another breath, and then lower down all the way and pause. Maybe head to the side, maybe forehead down, just surrendering for a moment. With surrendering, connection, wakefulness, no resistance to the present moment. So we're going to do one more back bend from this position. You can repeat what we just did. Arms back for a few breaths and then palms on the floor for a few breaths. Or you can bend your knees and reach back for your feet. So either you repeat Shalabhasana or come into Dhanurasana. And so you grab the feet. I'm going to talk us through Dhanurasana. As you inhale, just find some space, moving the pits of the knees back, the armpits forward. Breathing here, draw in the low navel, lift the thighs, lift the shins, pull the feet back. Broaden the chest, keep breathing. Exploring the pose with the breath, right? With wakefulness, finding the center of your body, connecting here. Take another inhale. Exhale, just lower down and rest all the way. Full exhale, body heavy and supported by the earth. With your next few breaths, we can rise either to tabletop or high plank, and then either child's pose or downward facing dog. Take a breath. What does it feel like to be awake in this moment? Touch the knees down or rise onto the knees, depending on where you are. 2 rounds of Ustrasana camel pose. So we can start just really broadening the chest, standing up nice and tall on the knees. Maybe the hands come to the glutes or the lower back. Hugging the legs in, lifting the chest. Right? You can stay here. Maybe you exhale, tip back. Gaze is down the bridge of the nose, which really means up at the ceiling. and find your breath. So keep breathing here. We're going to come out of the pose on an inhale using the legs strongly. Take another exhale wherever you are. And then use your legs hugging together and pressing down to inhale, come up. And maybe exhale, palms to the floor and pause in tabletop. You can add a little bit of movement side to side or arching, rounding your back. See what feels good. We're going to do this one more time. So rise onto your knees again. And so just let it be a wakeful gesture. Let it be an embodied expression of the way it feels to be connected to aliveness. So you might just have your hands on your glutes and lift the chest and let it be spacious that way. You might choose to lean back more, maybe reach for your heels anywhere along the way. Just explore it with your breath. Keep breathing. Can you find the center of your body here? Make that connection. Wherever you are, one more exhale. Use an inhale to rise all the way back up. And then bring the palms down. Exhale, tabletop. Take a moment, see how you feel. Maybe child's pose, slowly, maybe downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Noticing the sound, the sensation, the movement of the breath. Good. Wherever you are, you either rise onto your heels or touch your knees down. We're coming into seated. We're going to sit in Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet together, the knees apart. And just sit up nice and tall first. Sitting up nice and tall, broad chest. Listen to the breath. Listening to the sound, but also the sensation and the movement. Let there be a sense of subtlety, but also a sense of expansiveness. Just connecting in that way. Really awake and abiding in the present moment. Take another inhale, lengthening. You could stay right where you are or round your back deeply as you exhale. Your choice. Keep breathing. Take another full breath all the way up. And then inhale, start to rise all the way up. And then exhale, bring the knees together. Walk the hands back. So a seated twist. We're going to take the left foot underneath the right hip. And then the right foot slides in a little bit or comes to the outside of the left knee. Left hand on the shin, broad chest, rotating, or maybe you hook the elbow to the knee, the left elbow to the knee. Right hand on the floor supporting you, lifting the collarbones, looking over the right shoulder. Full deep breath. Grounding into the right foot, the left thigh, drawing in below the navel. Take another full inhalation, full exhalation. Good. Let's turn the gaze forward, inhaling, and then release the twist, exhaling. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. Let's switch sides. Right foot comes under left hip and to the outside, and then left foot either slides in or comes to the outside of right thigh. Right hand on left knee or shin, maybe hugging it with your right arm. Left hand on the floor behind you so you can lengthen. Rotate, look over the left shoulder. Breathing deeply. Right, sense the power of wakefulness. Really the power of connection. Take another full exhale. Turn the gaze forward, inhale. Release the twist, walk the hands back. Maybe you'd like to tip your knees like windshield wipers side to side a time or two. Just breathing, feeling a little movement in the hips, in the back. All right, so let's bring the feet onto the ground, legs together. And then you can bring hands onto the knees, broaden the chest, inhale, lean back, exhale. We're moving back into Navasana. So lift your legs up, broad chest breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling, right? Feel the power of wakefulness here, the power of connection, drawing in deeply below the navel. One more inhale. And then hug the knees in, roll all the way down onto your back. Exhaling. Right, sense the power of this moment. Connecting, awakening. So let's one more time stretch the legs out onto the floor in front of you and reach the arms away from the legs with the fingers interlaced. Hugging in, drawing to midline and grounding. And then just simple exhaling, right knee in, clasping hands, pulling knee towards armpit as you lengthen left leg. Just that simple way of connecting, grounding, and expanding. Inhale, right leg reaches out to meet left leg, arms reach away from the legs. One more time, left side knee coming into armpit. Lengthening the right leg, sinking the left knee down, breathing. One more full exhale. Inhale, reach that left leg out, arms reach away from the legs. And then exhale, hug both knees in for a moment. So give yourself a moment and just feel, sense. Right? So you could take a moment for an inversion of your choice. You might just want to put your legs up the wall or on a chair, whatever you have around. You might just prefer to do some happy baby, maybe a few recline stretches. See what feels useful to you right now. Right? Take that moment to check in, a couple of minutes to check in. As you're exploring, stay connected to your breath. Right? Stay connected to your breath and keep coming back to the intention. What does it mean to be awake? To be connected in this moment? Sensing of the power, your capacity for wakefulness. Your capacity for connection. If you're in an active inversion, you might start to move towards a counter pose like child's pose. If you're in a restorative inversion, you might choose to stay there for another minute or two. And then just starting in the next minute or so, starting that transition into Shavasana, where you can rest for a few minutes. So you might choose to lie down on your back. You might choose a different position. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you take a breath out through the mouth, releasing any attempt to control aliveness, any attempt to control wakefulness, connection. Just sensing how this gesture of surrendering, is integral to practice. It's integral to awakening, to really connecting. We have to let go. So you just ride the waves of resistance in your own way. Let the earth rise up to meet you. Maybe sensing as you surrender and abide, sensing you belong right here in this moment, this breath, this body. As you find your next few breaths, you might reach your arms overhead and draw your knees in. And just pause on your side for a moment, rolling to the side. Maybe with your next few breaths, you rise and take your seat. And taking your seat, you might have your eyes closed, you might have your eyes open. And just sensing for a moment. Again, the power of our capacity for wakefulness, capacity for connection, power of what it means to be alive and moving through the world with awareness, with care. So sensing the closing intention, which really naturally arises when we can be awake and connected, sense our own belonging to aliveness. It's really just a sincere wish for our own practice to be of benefit in some way, for our own actions in the world to be of service. Sincere wish for the well-being, the freedom, the nourishment of all beings, ourselves included. So just abiding with that for another moment, really the power of that intention. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. Going to